Bam! It's time for a review. We're going to be looking at this G.I. Joe Classified series, Steel Corps Commander today. Now, as you see, the Twilight Guard, he's done missing. That's because Little Bam got him, and I got the Steel Corps Commander. So we might see the little Twilight Guard later. We'll see. But this is the box here. It's kind of already opened. I picked this up at a Comic-Con. For a pretty affordable price. I mean, these things are kind of hard to find, I think, nowadays. So, I paid about 30 bucks for him and 30 for that. So it's like $60 for the two, but, it is what it is, I suppose. These are G.I. Joes. This is the box. There's some stuff in the back there. We're going to rip this bad boy open. Let's turn it around. All right. There's the back. That looks real cool. Looking at the back of this box here, it makes me wonder, last episode, Good Storm Shadow he captured Steve, he captured Super 7 Scarlet, and now Lego Hand Snake Eyes is out there on a mission trying to figure out what's going on. So it's pretty dire around here in Bam Reviews land, but I wonder what's going on with old Snake Eyes. Well, I'll be. Look what the cat drug in. Snake Eyes. Buddy, it's good to see you in one piece. That drop zone last time was pretty hairy. Yeehaw! Oh, what's this? A Lego piece of paper? Let me see here, Snake Eyes. All right, Snake Eyes, I see you have an address here. I'm going to go run it into the computer. Be right back. Snake, it's good to see you again, buddy. Where you been? Oh, that's right, the silent type. Hey, man, the Joes really could have used you around here. I know you're on a bit of a vacation. But hey, man, if you ever need to come back, you let me know. We'll put you on operations immediately. Yo, Joe. All right, you have the full Joes at your disposal. If you need anything, let me know. I'm here at your service, Snake Eyes. Duke out. Oof. Snake Eyes, why do you always get the coolest toys? Look at that motorcycle. You always get the cool toys, all the shots in the shows. Man, this is crazy. All right, Snake Eyes. So the computer tells me that this address here is actually, it's not a building anymore, but it's in a remote area of the mountainside. Now, here's the bad news. There's been some rattler activity in that area, so getting us in there is gonna be bad. So, I'll have to get with Duke here and we'll come up with a plan. Oh, and Snake Eyes, one of your buddies is here for a mission debrief. You are Rashikage, man. I'll tell you what, one comes out of the woodwork, they all come out of the woodwork. Poof.
Snake Eyes, it is I, Jinx.
All right, well, old Snake Eyes is going to check in time. I guess we just have to wait. This box is pretty cool here. I like it. This is a relatively new product. Let's see, 2024 on there. So this is kind of current G.I. Joe here. All right, I'm going to rip this bad boy out of the box. This is your last chance to see it look like this. Be right back. All right, so I just wanted to show this diorama piece that's in here. This is kind of nice. You can kind of put this in the background of some of your shots, but I don't know, like you've got the G.I. Joe and then you've got the Cobra together. If they're having like a meeting or something, I don't know. I don't know what kind of diorama I can put this in, but old Bams, he's going to keep it. So let's put that one into the old diorama. All right, let's get moving on this unboxing. All right, here's the Steel Corps Commander in his plastic prison. Bunch of his accessories. You see here a bunch of guns. All the blue ones I got, they came with the Steel Corps Commander. The other ones, I think they were like purple. They came with the Twilight Guard. All right, let's get him out of there. Oh my God, these are break. A little ASMR. Oh, man, I feel so much better out of that package, buddy. Yeah, I bet you do there, buddy. I bet you do. All right, let's get all these accessories out of there. I won't hold you all up. I'll just pull them. All right, real quick, I just want to point out that this guy came with a mess of accessories. You can see him here. You got some guns. Pretty cool looking guns. A machine gun over here that actually kind of sits. It's got like a little stand. There you go. And a sniper rifle of kinds. I kind of like this flare effect. This is something you'd see in like Valaverse, I think. We'll have to get that on a gun, see what that looks like. Some other flare effects here too. Blast effects. There, hey, that's not too shabby. So if you're looking at $30 for this dude, $25 plus $5 for all these accessories, I mean, hey, man, you can't beat that. All right, let's move right along. I'm gonna get him armored up. Bam! And here's what we're looking at for this Steel Corps Commander. He's all armored up. He's got that nice blast effect going there. I kind of like that, man. This weapon here looks, I don't know, it looks a little weird because it's so short on this side. But he's so bulky in his shoulders, it's kind of hard. I mean, he looks like a, I don't know, he looks like a football player. But, you know, this is the only Steel Corps Commander, or the Steel Corps figure in general that I have. I kind of skipped the first wave of the Steel Corps because, I don't know, I just, you know, there was a stigma that this guy was a little too short. And looking at this, he's going to be like real short and real stocky. But hey, man, he looks kind of cool. Some of these other guns, I bet you this gun would probably look much better on him. Get him armored up. I just didn't feel like fighting with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to fight to get them into these kind of shots. All right, let's take him off. Got a nice little stand here. This stand came with the Cobra Pilot back there. Check out my BAM Reviews channel. I did a review recently of this claw back here and this Cobra Pilot. This stand came from that. Take a look there and see what's going on. All right, let's go ahead and get this guy into a nice standing pose. It looks like I got shorted a couple weapons by Little Bam too, because he's got a holster here for a pistol. Then there's a holster back there for a pistol that I don't have. So he done took it. All right, so let's line him up. Here's what we're looking at. Now they're going to reuse this mold. Like this mold for this Steel Corps Commander or Steel Corps guy is going to be reused like forever, which is unfortunate. I wish they would like make him a little bit taller. Can't even get him to stand. Come on, dude. I wish they would make him like a little bit taller, so he's not much, you know, he's not like a linebacker or whatever, you know, a short little linebacker. All right, let's do a size comparison. All right, Steve is kind of captured right now, so I'm not going to be able to do a size comparison with old Steve. So who are we going to get to do a size comparison around here? Bam! This is Snake Eyes. He's a little bit taller than you're expecting for these size comparisons. This is a 6-inch G.I. Joe classified Snake Eyes. He gives a thumbs up. Yeah. All right, Snake Eyes, man. You're currently on mission. How are you here and there at the same time? That's pretty crazy. Must be magic. All right, this is a G.I. Joe classified Snake Eyes. He came in the 2-pack with, I think, Timber, one of the wolves. But he kind of lines up, and if we look at this right here, I mean, he's not too short, right? I mean, he looks taller than Snake Eyes, for crying out loud. So, not too shabby. All right, who else can we line up here? Let's line him up with a bat. How about that? Here, all right. Snake Eyes, get out of here. Poof. All right, let's get a Cobra bat. Let's line them bad boys up. All right, I think this is where we start getting into the height differences here. So if you look at this, look at how tall that bat is, and look how short he looks. For a builder, being short like that, for an army builder, I mean, that's a little concerning. Let's see if we can find somebody else. Let's line him up with a female cat. All right. Bam. All right, let's do two. Well, Let's line up with this female character here. All right, let's see who's taller. I'm going to say the female is taller. Well, no, he is definitely taller. He is definitely taller than the Cobra pilot there. Not too shabby. I wonder if I had the original, I could line him up too. I don't know. As far as size comparisons, though, he's not too bad. All right. Let's look at him a little bit more here. Let's get rid of this weapon. Okay. See, this upper body here is a little bulky. Helmet does not come off. That would have been neat. This would be a good army builder. Like if you can take that head off and put other heads on there, like Duke, Flint. That'd be pretty neat as a basis for an army builder, but they'd all be short. That's kind of a bummer. All right, well, there you go. I kind of like him without a gun. When you put that gun in his hand, he just looks... It looks tiny in his hands. Maybe this big old hunky thing would look better on him. Now, I kind of wish that he had a way to mount these weapons on his back. Yeah, that would look awesome. A little bit of a missed opportunity there, Hasbro. Let's see. There's no peg on here. Put it on his back. Maybe that's a peg to put it on his back? No. Anyway, it'd be nice if you could put like some of these weapons on his back. I don't know. I kind of like this guy. All right, let's move into a review of this G.I. Joe Classified Steel Corps Commander. All right, let's start with articulation and engineering. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a thumbs sideways. I don't know, man. His upper half is very bulky. When you put him into gun poses, like he's shooting stuff, like this guy, he looks like he's gonna run at someone and just like shoulder check him. He doesn't even need weapons. Put some knives in his hand, he'd probably be, I don't know, he'd be better than like a shooter, right? Like he's like a tank. This dude, his whole upper body is like a tank. Let's talk a little bit about affordability. All right, first and foremost, I'm gonna have to say, you know, this guy is definitely worth 20 bucks, right? I mean, I kind of price most of these G.I. Joes at around $20 anyway. But when you put all these accessories in there that you got, I mean, that definitely puts him over the, you know, $30 mark. So considering this 2-pack was $60 at retail, and I paid $30 basically for this guy and those accessories and all those, you know, all the gun effects and everything. Yeah, man. I'm going to definitely give it a thumbs up on the affordability side of the house. Now, you got to be able to find them. He might be kind of hard to find, you know. Check out those Comic-Cons. Don't be afraid to go for a deal. You see this $60 2-pack at a Comic-Con, be like, hey, I'll give you $55 for it right now. Cash rules everything around me, right? And you get a nice $5 off, and you get all these accessories, and you get 2 figures as well. All right, let's talk about overall for the Steel Corps Commander. All right, overall, at the end of the day, you know, considering everything, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I gave it a couple points off for the engineering and the bulkiness of the upper chest. I wouldn't necessarily army build this guy, I don't think, because of his short status. He's cool, but I don't know. Remember, they're going to be reusing this mold a lot. I think there's some coming up right now in 2025 as well. Some new usage of this mold. Just keep in mind that they're all going to be kind of short like this, right? But hey, thumbs up on that. You know, hey, if you want this guy, you want to army build him, go ahead and do it. All right, so that's all that I have here for this review. We'll have to wait till old Snake Eyes checks in to find out what's going on with Good Storm Shadow and Super 7 Scarlet being captured and Steve's gone. You have to tune into the next BAM reviews to find out what's going on. But for now, this has been a BAM review I am Bam. I do reviews on YouTube, G.I. Joe Classified, G.I. Joe Super 7. I do eBay hauls. I do hauls in general. I do yard sale hauls. I like my toys, man. I've got a new series called Bam Bright, where I go through some lighting tips for your collections. So keep an eye on that. I got a Bam Bright video coming up real soon. But that's it for this one. This has been a Bam review. I am Bam, and I am out.